This video brought to you by our frequent flyer subscribers. If you would like to support the channel, please consider joining our frequent flyer program at twitch.tv/NovaWing24. Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to more adventures here in Microsoft Flight Simulator, where we get to explore the world from the comfort of our homes and our armchairs, our couches, or wherever it is that we get to enjoy digital content from. So, hello and welcome aboard once again. And hello, I see my chat is very, very busy already tonight. Hello, welcome, Albino Kiwi, Aladdin, 75, Drift Physic, Die Because of Frustration, and everybody, welcome on board. Thank you very much, Rainmaker, very much, Zach Esquad and Haley Simmer for the rebroadcast tonight. That's very grateful to you all. Hello. So I've got to admit, so to everybody, yes, Kiwi was first in chat tonight. Just to let you know, Kiwi was first chatting tonight. The Orbix Airport is the free Orbix Airport. I see being discussed there in the chat there. That is available through Orbix Direct. So the free airport and all Orbix releases are not going to be available, or no further releases will be available through the Microsoft Store until after the 1st of September. So to grab their freeware airport, you log into either log into Orbix Direct, so the Orbix Central application, or go into orbixdirect.com and add it to your cart there as well. So, Necrosapian, hello! Welcome to the stream, my very good friend. Great to have you on board. Rockview 101, hello! Welcome to tonight's wonderful stream. Wonderful stream? I hope it's going to be a wonderful stream. I have no idea. I've had a nap today, so which means that this should be better. We'll see how this goes. Rockview was better. So I have to. I'm very curious though. Is that just because Rockview has a really cool little thing on there. What the? Necro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my god! The emotes aren't ready yet. Oh, Necro, I love you! I love you, man! You are amazing! Necro, yes, you did do that, Necro, you did do that. Let me guess, your finger slipped. Let me guess, your finger slipped, did it? Is that what happened, Necro? Your finger slipped on that one. Breakjack, hello, welcome. You walked into our very own Necrosapien being exceedingly generous to everybody here in the community again, and making me feel like I just thank you. You guys rock. You guys rock. Rock. You rock. Anyway. I cannot get over how so many gifted subs. So I don't know. So I'm still thinking about where we're going to fly to tonight. By the way, and Rockview, thank you very much for hosting the show here tonight. I know I want to fly something with a yoke. I've decided that we're going to fly something with a yoke tonight. Now, I had thought, like many people, that, and I want to talk to you guys about this because I want your opinions here as well. Is that I've got some conflicted feelings about tonight. I had thought to fly in the Gulf of Mexico because I'm very curious to see how. I mean, we've seen one. No, we didn't. That wasn't live weather. That was actually we made it the thunderstorm weather. So we haven't flown in a live portrayed thunderstorm yet, or a hurricane that's passing through there at the moment. And to put this in context as well, guys, I have friends in the path of that hurricane, so I'm very conscious that it is not a pleasant place to be right now. Now it did just cross land, and I feel that it's not. I don't know whether it's appropriate for us to fly there or not tonight. So I'm was thinking that we may find somewhere else to fly tonight. As I said, it's a coming thing there. As I said, I've got mixed feelings about it because it's no longer an existential threat that it was. But I'd like to think about what you guys might think as well with that one tonight. Yeah, you have a friend in Houston. Yeah, yes, I've got friends through in Louisiana and Houston as well. So I'm sort of curious about how it's doing. So let's go with live weather. This look like okay. I mean, it's definitely very much there. So be curious what it is to see there. Yeah, Braytech, I'm kind of the same. Like, I look. So to put this into perspective, I know people who've actually, I know someone who actually served with the Hurricane Hunters, and talking with them, and it is a terrifying form of flying, thrilling, exhilarating form of flying, but terrifying all at the same time. But as I said, I've got mixed feelings about it. And ironically, for somebody had asked me, what would happen to add-on developers like Rex and ActiveSky with the release of this new sim. And I think this is ironically where ActiveSky probably still has a role to play because although we have live weather here in the sim natively, we don't have the ability to wind back the clock, as it were, and recreate weather from a certain date. So that's where I think ActiveSky, Hi-Fi Studios will be able to still provide a unique part of the experience. We'll be able to add something to this sim, being able to recreate things like that in the after the effect. So Aladdin, you can have live weather, but change the day, like the change of time of day. You can still have live weather and change the time of day. So, for example, we have live weather here, but I've advanced the time forward 4 hours, so it's actually sunrise, which is also awesome way of doing it, by the way. Yeah, exactly. Brace. Yeah, in Australia, hurricane cyclones, they're no joke, and that's something there. So, yeah, and so at the moment the eyes, like, it's actually crossed the coast now, so I suppose we could still fly off the coast there. The other place I was thinking of looking at, because I was looking at there was a really, really cool website that I found that actually has like sort of live information about weather that's happening around the world. Where did I put this? Where did I just... oh, there it is. That one. So there's a really interesting website that actually sort of looks at all global data and puts it all together, to give you an idea. So I think actually we might find somewhere else to test and have a look at some weather. So let's do that. Let me have a look. What have we got? So the sun should be coming up. So let's set that back to live. And we've got some fairly interesting conditions up here. So you know what? Let's head here to Ireland. Let's do that. I think we'll do this one. Pilot Ben97, hello, welcome to the stream. Great to have you on board. 5:42 a.m. Houston. Yeah, it's just coming light there over there at the moment. Okay. As I said, I think, folks, that as much as everybody seems to be doing it, I think we're going to not do that, but I do still want to try and look at some of the way that some of that storm in a cloud is modeled. So we are going to do some storm chasing today. We're going to use the King Air 350 today. This one. So let's set our call sign today. That is correct. That is correct. 1175. Yeah, if you select live players, then you can only see and only be seen by people that also have live players on. Which also, by the way, hard locks you on live time and live weather. If you choose all players though, then you can still sort of have live time and live weather, but you can still see other players who may not be flying with live time and live weather. Um, yeah. Yes, yes. So yeah. So I think you, if somebody set theirs to live players, then they can be seen by players who are not live. But if you are not live, you can't see players who are set to set to live. That was my understanding from reading through the SDK the other night. Speaking of which, for those who do sort of especially some who've been asking about, there's been a few people asking about whether when I'm going to start bringing my liveries and my content across to the new sim. I'm just to let you guys know, I've been going through the SDK and the documentation. I've been looking over the great work that's been done by the community on with the A320 liveries that have been kicking around, and a couple of artists who've been trying to create some liveries for 747s. I've been appreciating the work they've been doing. But looking into it and reading the SDK at the moment, I don't feel it's in a state where I'm comfortable doing it. I respect what the guys are doing with the A320, and I think that's great. Definitely, if you're into tube liners, I definitely recommend checking out the pack. I think it's awesome. But the way they're handling injecting those liveries at the moment is a very hacky way of doing it. And given the fact that there's about to be an update, I feel that update is going to break. It's either going to break the liveries, or the liveries are going to break the update to the aeroplane. And users who use my concern is that the way it's done at the moment is that the way it's done at the moment requires it to extract the livery creator, appears to require the livery creator to extract the aircraft configuration file out and package up as part of their livery pack. The problem with that is that then supersedes the one that's in the aircraft. So my concern is that when the aircraft receives its update, then those people who are flying with the livery pack will actually not benefit from that aircraft update. So I'm waiting. I'm on the fence at the moment until I see that and see a better way of being handled before I'm going to start bringing out my liveries. So as much as I want to bring them to you guys sooner rather than later, I am going to wait because I want to make sure that when I do them, I get them done right. Because as you guys know, I always want to make sure that I do the best for you guys and for all of the greater flight sim community. But sometimes it means good things come to those who wait. So sorry about that. Sorry to share here, Aladdin. Yeah, it is exactly. It is one directional. FlyJ fan, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Great to have you on board. Oh, so Razor, sup Razor, hello. Yeah, exactly. Gamer Vash, hello. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Which of you? Yeah, exactly. So the update is. The patch was due out some point on the 27th, but whether that was 27th Europe or US time remains to be seen. So yeah, tomorrow for the Aussies. That's right, Raytag. This is right. Yeah, for tomorrow. Hello, everyone. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's just interesting watching that one. So, is that the New Zealand 767? Is that your commission one, Kiwi? Because that one's just for you. All right. Anyway, in the meantime, as I say, guys, we're going to do a little bit of flying through a little bit of this ugly mess that is here in. We might fly south in Ireland here, so we'll be able to go through some interesting Irish countryside and see what flying through storms and bad weather looks like in this sim. So let me update a few things here. I might have a chat to you off stream, Kiwi, about that. We'll have a chat about that off stream. Okay, let me just quickly update this. Alright. So I hope everybody is having a good day, good night, wherever you are at the moment. Inverted Mayo, hello, welcome to the stream. Great to have you on board tonight. Okay. Let's custom. There we go. Alright, so that's all updated, guys. So anybody who is wanting to join us today, you are more than welcome to. Please feel free to type ~flight or flights there in the chat for all the information that you will need if you are desiring to join us today. So, as I said, we're going to be trialing the King Air 350 because I haven't flown it since preview. So it'll be interesting to see how it looks. As I said, we are running live time and weather for those who are wanting to join us tonight. I think it'll be as I said, it'd be a slightly different way of this one to be able to. As I said, I just didn't feel right flying into where the hurricane had just crossed the coast. I think if it was still an existential threat offshore, I would have happily flown into there tonight. Because I had intended to do it, but it was like, you know what, it's across the border, across the land now. I'm like, I'm not okay with doing that at the moment. So, we'll see. Question. That is absolutely right, Razor. That question. So look, I am absolutely loving this sim. I have issues with it, but the issues that I have are minuscule compared to the positives that this sim has. My biggest issue that I have with this sim is one that I've had for a while, which is the ILS functionality and a lot of the nav functionality of the G1000 system that's here is not functional. That's my fundamental issue with it. It's got a couple of other quirks and issues with it, but that is my main bug that I have with it. Beyond that, out of the box, this leaves every other sim in the dust. There's just nothing to touch it anywhere else in this one. So, but yes, otherwise, overall, I am absolutely flying it and loving it. 3 Green Gaming, hello, welcome to the stream. Great to have you on board. No problems at all. Hopefully, I will catch you there. That'd be awesome. Braytech, as I said, we are all about. So you know what, Braytech? No, feel free to join us. Absolutely, feel free to join us because one of the things that I really want to try and embrace here in this channel as part of this community is that I want us to all learn and grow together. So I have no problem if you're a beginner, if you're just coming on board for the ride. Seriously, come on board and welcome to this stream. And nobody here is going to be mad at you or upset at you if you mess up a landing. We don't mind. We've all done it. Trust me. Razor here in chat, Pilot Ben, has seen me mess up more than a few landings in my time. We're all here to learn and grow together. So please come on board, join. As I said, the only thing that I always ask for with all these flights is that when you are joining us, please choose an aircraft that's appropriate to what the group or the flight lead is flying is the only thing that I ask for. So I don't fly a tube liner. That's pretty much all I ask. Exactly. As 1175 says, I'm not anti-stream sniping. Because by the way, I only just learnt what that term meant. By the way, I only just learnt what it meant. Because I never actually really I did a little bit. I've done a little bit of like Twitch watching, but never really got hugely into it. So I only just learnt what stream sniping meant. So, but yeah, most of the time I'll have no problem with it. Sometimes, however, there will be some flights where we will close it off and it won't be available to everybody. But for the vast majority of the streams that I do here with Microsoft Flight Simulator, guys, you are more than welcome to join. You are absolutely more than welcome to join. So, just quickly changing over my controls here, guys, because I was still set up for a GA aircraft. So let's get ourselves underway. And I'm going to quickly hide the yoke while I do this. All right, check. We got parking brake is set on. All right, checklists. Let me bring up my checklists. All right, so parking brake is set. Power level set to idle. Prop RPM levers set to full. Right. Condition levers set to fuel cutoff. Battery switch is on. Alright. this one. Alright, right engine, ignition. Now, I gotta remember where all my switches are at the moment. Now I better check my beacon is set to on. Ah, there it is. Okay, right, cool. Engine starting clean. Ignition set to ignitus engine off. Ignition lever set to high idle. Okay. Right generator. Where's my gens? Where are my gens? There we go. My gens set to on. Alright. Left engine start to confirm the procedure. Okay, so we've got left engine starter is set to on. N1 rising. 10, 11, 12%.
Donegal ground, Beechcraft, November, Oscar, Victor, Alpha 2-4 requesting pushback.
Seriously, that pushback guy is going to get us quite the thing in a minute.
Victor, Alpha 2-4 pushback request accepted.
Okay. And starter is set to off. Gen set to on. Okay, alternator's on. Master is set to on. Engine set. Okay, looking good. Alright. Avionics master is set to on. Lights. Get our taxi lights. Nav strobes are on. Parking brake released. Alright, there we go. Alright, master caution is off. Now we've got to make sure we get our de-icing on today, because I'm pretty sure we are going to need our de-icing on today. Alright, let's go through here. Avionics master is on. Engine feather auto ignition, leave that one off. Engine anti-ice is on. Alright, auto feather is set to arm, all good. Landing lights, windshield Nelson ice protection set to auto. Pitot heats left and right is on. Brake the ice will leave is off. Okay, looking good. Alright.
Donegal ground, Beechcraft, November, Oscar, Victor, Alpha 2-4 requesting the end of pushback.
Alright, sorry chat, I will catch up with you very shortly. Just want to make sure that our aircraft is all started up and running before we taxi out. I just realised seeing all these King Airs just sitting here starting to push back. This is awesome.
Beechcraft, November, Oscar, Victor, Alpha 2-4 taxi to and hold short of runway tree via taxiway. Contact tower on 129.8 when ready.
Okay.
Taxiing hold short runway tree via taxiway Beechcraft Alpha 2-4.
Alright, line up and hold.
Donegal Tower, Beechcraft, November, Oscar, Victor, Alpha 2-4 ready for departing straight out at runway tree. Beechcraft, November, Oscar, Victor, Alpha 2-4 cleared for takeoff runway tree straight out departure approved.
So one notch flaps are in. Alright, let me line up onto the threshold here, and we'll wait for everybody else to join us, and which will give me a moment to catch up on chat here. All right. All right, so let me stop here temporarily. I'll put my parking brakes on. Me quickly gives me a chance now, as I said here, to catch up on chat while everybody else taxis. It's really, as I said, I haven't actually been to this. This is really nice that one of the handcrafted airports is a GA airport. I really appreciate that. Let's have a look here. Thank you very much. Sorry guys, let me catch up on the chat here. One moment. So Rose was just saying, Bugs, yeah, exactly. It is. You missed me making a mess of my inverted flying yesterday. I was using the extra 330 down where were we? We were somewhere in the US. I want to say somewhere in Ohio, and yeah, I made a mess of that. But it was fun though. It was still fun though. There is landing on roofs is fine. All right, what's it called? There's no player to play around me. So that is Braytech. That was I think it was a really well handled way of how they handled that whole. Because one of the things that I saw a lot of the naysayers about Microsoft Flight Simulator when it was first announced was going to be, oh, it's going to be just for kids. They're gonna wreck all our experiences because I'm a real simulator pilot and I don't want to have all these kids crashing into me. But they simply have it so they phase you through each other. So it's actually a really great way of handling both, keeping everybody here but also everybody together, but also still keeping that sense of community and managing expectations of everybody no matter what their level of experience. If you're joining the future with a new CPU and motherboard, there's a few people I know that's been getting new CPUs and motherboards over the last week or so, I think. Thank you, Xavier, for the explanation of that. As I said, that is exactly how it was explained to me at work yesterday, and I was like, oh, is that what stream timing is? I had no idea. So I agree enough to get this. It's kind of sad sometimes. It's got such a negative connotation, stream sizing. But as I said, I'm happy for you guys to come fly with me because we are together. We're building a community here that is positive and supports each other and does cool stuff. Make sure you turn your de-icing on, guys, for this flight, by the way, as well. Loriath, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to everybody. Hello and welcome. Maristic, this version in the A5. Nice, excellent, Matristic. It was great to have you on board. We might visit your UK airstrip later on tonight as well. Silly sort of, yeah, the yoke. Yeah, the yokes are great at the moment. No, I like my King Air, thank you. Alright. I think it's Moses coverage, need a load, reload, track IR. Yes, right, yeah, track IR can be a bit fun like that. Alright, that's right, Australia. We'll catch you up on the flight. Alright, guys, let's, I think we'll see a couple more taxiing along. So, let's head into the air. We can finally have my take my parking brake off. Get my master caution frustrated there. Alright, guys. What we'll do is we'll put, I think, I want to say, where is the... No need to worry about the VR source, that's fine. Alright, let's... Now, the question was, is there the radar option here? I don't think there is. I don't know if this one's fitted the weather radar or not. But... No, I don't think this one is. Okay. Alright, guys, let's... throttles up. And let's go skim some clouds. Tall climbing. High prop. Airspeed's alive. feel that crosswind. We're going to use up most of this runway. Gear up, gear traveling. Flaps up and traveling.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
Probably cleaned up those flaps a little early. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is. Yeah, that's it. I knew there was a way. There's a split. Ah, yeah, there it is. Yep. There it is, and no.
Shannon Center, Beechcraft November Oscar Victor Alpha 24 is type Beechcraft King Air 3 miles north of Donegal, 1,200 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. Beechcraft November Oscar Victor Alpha 24 Shannon Center. Squawk 0051.
Alright.
Squawk 0051 Beechcraft Alpha 24. Beechcraft Alpha 24 radar contact 4 miles north of Donegal, 2,300 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain on navigation.
Yeah, I thought it was on that split screen, but then I can't remember because I said I haven't spent a lot of time with the glass cockpits, with ones with the radar enabled. So I know, whereas I know the DAR has the actual weather radar on the FMS. So I feel like this is not necessarily going to be stormy, but it's definitely typical Irish weather, I think, this one. MFD middle screen. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. What do you do?
Lufthansa 430 descent and maintain 10,000 feet.
It sort of gives me the frequencies rather than actually any of the options to put a... Because that's where I would have thought it was going to be. But it seems to not be there. Alright, turn our separators off. Yeah, I know, because I know, yeah, Laurie, as I said, that's where I thought it was, but I think, as I said, I know on the DAR, it's available on the DAR, but I think that's because the DAR actually has it's got a separate weather radar that is it's operated from the FMS. So that's normally where I run it from.
Lufthansa 430, you are 20,000 feet above your assigned altitude.
So I'm curious to go see, because I didn't actually check the METAR here, but I want to go head towards generally a southerly direction. And see, because we should be able to punch through some of this cloud eventually. Probably, I'm assuming around about 10,000 feet we'll punch through the top of this cloud, so that'll be interesting.
Lufthansa 430, contact Scottish Centre on 119.875.
That is great seeing everybody here. That is so awesome. And also, loving seeing this sort of the layers of cloud that we're flying through as well.
American 2 2-1, descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
Americans flying to Europe at the moment? I didn't think American were flying outside of the US these days. They're definitely not flying to Australia at the moment. I thought One World was pretty much shut down.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, American 2-1.
And there we are, sort of starting to pop through the top, sort of, it looks like it's not even just the top of the clouds, it actually looks like it's a boundary sort of set of clouds, as we sort of got that glimpse there coming through there as well. Yeah, no, I have noticed that the one on the PFD, so it is changed somewhere else in the cockpit, and I can't for the life of me remember where it is. I want to say it's down here somewhere. That's the audio, that's the comms.
American 2-1, you are 20,000 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, American 2-1.
Now, that's really interesting. Straight away, we've got our icing coming up through here. Now, let me make sure that I've got my heat on. But I think I've turned my... I didn't turn my windshield icing on. So, this is going to be interesting. So, we're going to throttle back. And we're going to descend some altitude.
American 2-1, contact Scottish Center on 119.875.
Get us back out of our overspeed situation. Drop us out of this cloud a little. Because I had my airframe de-ice on, but I hadn't put our de-ice on the... I left the heater off, basically. I left the cabin heater off. Alright, let's gently pull this up a little bit. Use our trim. So we might end up being a little lower than I planned. Alright. Now let me go with, let's go master panel lights on. And let's go with a bit better. Bit of downdraft. Now I wonder if I have a look at the... So I've definitely got some icing going on outside the aircraft as well. So I'm going to make sure that all my de-icing is on. Because I can feel the aircraft getting a bit sluggish. So definitely going to try and get out of this cloud, I think, because I can feel it fighting against the controls now as well. So we definitely want to get out of these clouds. So let's drop our altitude a bit further. It wouldn't be you, Razor, if you weren't inverted, my friend. Okay. Let's definitely drop the altitude here so we can get out of this cloud, because I was expecting to be able to punch above it at 10,000, but I think it's going to go up a lot higher than that. So we are definitely going to have to go down. And I know it's a bit mountainous, this part of Ireland, so this could get hairy, folks. But I see There we go. Okay, we've got a bit of ground cover coming through out there, which is good. Really winding those throttles back at the moment, trying to not overstress or overspeed the airframe. Sorry, chat, I will be after this shortly, but as I said, this has got a lot more. As I said, I'm really loving the icing effects. The fact that not only is it a visual effect, so admittedly, folks, so in the settings you can turn it so it's just a visual effect, or you can have it so it's a visual effect and affects your controls as well. But actually feeling how it locked the trim in place and having to fight the trim of the aircraft to fight the extra weight, like you can almost feel the extra weight that is being placed on the airframe through having the ice. It's absolutely fascinating. Okay. Let me zoom out a bit here.
Squawk 4221 Beechcraft Alpha 24.
Okay, so let's set a...
Beechcraft Alpha 24 radar contact.
Oh, but look at that over there, like the way that sort of that beautiful sunshine's coming through. You know what? I want to chase the sunshine for a minute. Let's see that. Let's see how that looks. So let's bang through here. See if we can chase that ray of sunshine over there. I wonder if there'll be a leprechaun with a pot of gold there for us, maybe. Okay. So we can see heaters starting to finally kick in and start melting away some of that ice. We're sort of out of the cloud and we're sort of low altitude, but we've also got the heaters on now, so it's actually starting to move that ice off the airframe. But just quickly, let's jump outside and have a look. It's fascinating sort of actually looking how and seeing it on the airframe as well, and seeing that now the airframe icing is sort of now able to cope with the amount of icing that we had and the temperatures that we have now. Now it started dissipating, so we don't have that build up anymore, so the aircraft is a lot more controllable now, more like how it feels. But can we just get a moment to appreciate that look there with the the fact that we've got the rays coming through from the ground, the fact that we've got seeing that sort of sunshine coming through there, like that is truly awesome. That really, really is, and I'm really impressed by that. We'll use this. We'll sort of be a bit like a lizard and sort of sun ourselves for a minute as we go through here. And also, it's really interesting how some parts of the world the Black Shark AI has managed to put the wind turbines, but other places it hasn't, like in Hawaii. It's sort of interesting how the algorithm's working / not working. So there you go, fascinating. Let me jump back in here. Let's set a course. Let me have a look, see if I can find... I think there should be... Let's have a look, where should we have? So let's head... this way. I'm fairly conscious I don't want to fly into a mountain, but I also don't want to get too into that cloud again. So let's head head west-southwest. There's like controlled airspace over there, so we'll go to the western side of the islands. I don't think that's Cork, but we'll head that way. Alright, so let me check with this, and we'll give me a chance to have a chat very shortly, guys. Thank you very much for bearing with me, because as I said, it's been a fascinating journey, though. Yeah, again, I think you're right, though. that I thought they had actually put the barometric control for the PFD. I thought there was another knob here that controlled it, but I was wrong, because the baro knob here only controls the barometric pressure of the SFD. It doesn't manipulate it for the PFD. And yeah, there's no other beacon. There's no other knob for it anywhere else, unfortunately. We're just going. Alright, let's go cabin altitude. Alright. So what we'll do is let's get ourselves set on a heading hold. We'll go flight director. Your dampener. Altitude we'll set to 4,000. So what we'll do is we'll go on to AP holds, and we'll go heading and altitude. And heading needs to be, oh, there we go. Cool. Alright. So now that I've got that set, thanks for bearing with me on that one, chat. So let me have a look, get this beautiful view of everybody flying. And I see that I have a friend very, very close by. Thank you very much. Welcome. Bless the wing muggle. Thank you very much. All right, let me catch up on chat here. It's been a while. Thank you very much. I can say, as I said, guys, I always want to thank everybody on all of these streams as well. Is that we are here to grow and be welcoming to a community, and to be welcoming to people, pilots of all kinds. And it really makes me so happy seeing everybody here chatting. Like it makes me so happy. It genuinely does. Like it really does. It makes me all the warm and fuzzies. So the 330 is a challenging beast. It is so, that thing has a proper, the proper rotate rate that I expected from the 330. Like, I know, because the rate that the 300 and the 330 had in the ESP platforms is not even close to the roll rate it has in real life. The one in this, I'm pretty sure it's the right roll rate, because it caught me way by surprise. Is it possible to clearance in the sim across the runway? I was texting the other day. I couldn't figure out how to get clearance across the runway. So the sim, the ATC in the sim will treat you pretty much like it did in the old ATC, which is it'll just clear you through. You don't have to ask for clearance to cross the runway unless it tells you to stop because of something coming on the runway. Alright, so. Maristic 3D following the actual look. Dude, as I said, the controls laid out for the Xbox controller are actually fairly good and fairly intuitive. I've been watching a lot of first-time aviators and first-time streamers flying using Xbox controller and loving it because it's made it so accessible to them. So yeah, as I said, I know that the prepared development team in Orlando, they don't have yokes, they don't have sticks, they don't have HOTASs, they have Xbox controllers. That is what they test with. They don't test with all the peripherals we have, they test with an Xbox controller. Like, and I know that. So which is what is always rather hilarious for me, many of these things. But anyway. Inertial separator on means it's the giant. So turboprops have these giant sucky things right there. So that giant sucky thing, the inertial separator helps to make sure you don't get anything nasty comes into your jet engine, because a turboprop is nothing more than a jet engine with the spinny bit at the front on the outside. So yeah, basically the inertial separator helps keep the engine warm and also make sure you don't get too much junk coming through into it. Yeah, clouds are awesome as well. Thunderbolt, hello, welcome to the stream. Great to see you again. Welcome on board. The weather is absolutely amazing for this one. Wouldn't be surprised with that one, mate. You know, but actually, that's one of the things about this is that. Oh, let me check. That was just watching that is disturbance just there. Just gave me a bit of pucker fuck there for just a second there. Yeah, and we're good. The funny thing is I think one of the great things about this sim is that how we truly can, like, in the world the way it is at the moment, we all feel so disconnected because of so many things, and I feel that this is a great way for us to reconnect with each other and with the world. So I think that this is, yeah, as I said, like, I think it's a really great way that we can, you know, reconnect with the world and see the world from the comfort of our home, as it were, particularly if we're stuck in quarantine and isolating all the rest of it. This is a magnificent way for us to help bring those connections together, and especially how seamless the multiplayer experience is. Admittedly, yeah, there's no voice, but you know, there's the seamless the multiplayer experience is, and then being able to share journeys with you guys here is pretty amazing, and yeah, helps make the world a little bit of a smaller place, which is awesome. Yeah, so look, yeah, I went through that one as well already. Ardberg, hello, welcome to the stream. Hello to you in England from Australia. Oh, excellent. No worries. I'm glad you enjoy the content on YouTube. As I said, most of my content is there, but I'm really enjoying streaming over here on Twitch now as well. Had to work the touchscreen with frozen fingers. Yep. Oh, that's good. It's not quite. Hello, Iris. Welcome to the stream. Here for the food. Sorry, the onboard flight service has been suspended due to current global situations. It was a case of BYO food and drink. I hope you got the memo. This is so cool. I'm just so loving seeing everybody here. This is just, it always makes my day. But yeah, it's not quite Gippsland, though it kind of could be. It's cold enough to be Gippsland, let's be honest here. But great to have you on the stream there, Iris. Offendel, hello. Welcome to the stream. Great to see you. It's interesting. I've never used either flights, the FS Economy or On Air, so yeah, it kind of feels amazing. Picked up the Carinato aircraft. Oh, nice. Oh, let's go for years. Going through. Well, I love seeing you. Oh, Mr. Wookie, hello! Welcome to the stream. Great to see you. I'm really catching up. Oh, yes, I love you guys all talking together. I should probably focus on where we're flying, because we just overshot the airfield I was going to take us to, so we should probably do something about that. I'll have to catch up on chat in a minute, guys, because we are going to have to do... Now, Razor, you're going to have to give me marks on my tactical approaches here, because it's been a hot minute since I've done one. So let's see how I go. Let me just check my connection here. Okay. So it winds out of the south. Okay. Alright. It's been a while since I've done tactical approaches, so I may mess this up. I'm probably a little bit further away for it to be classed as a true tactical approach, but... should be coming in on 09, I think. If I remember correctly, the runway here should be 09er. Okay, 2,000 feet and still dropping. Feet leveling off. There we go. Okay.
Delta 83 descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, Delta 83.
Okay, have you guys got your reverses ready?
Delta 83, you are 20,000 feet above your assigned altitude.
Full beta.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, Delta 83.
Wind looked a lot stronger at altitude than it did once we got it down here on the ground, I think. Alrighty. I was reasonably impressed. I actually managed to get that. As I said, I was a little bit further out than I probably could have cut a bit closer to actually still get a proper tactical approach. But I have to get some marks off Razor for how well I did that, because it's been a long time since I've done a tactical approach. That is for sure. But we'll leave engines running for the moment as everybody comes down. We might go on another hop shortly, but there's this beautiful scene of all these beautiful turboprops coming into land. Give me a chance to catch up on a bit more of chat, which I hadn't quite got to catching up on yet. I'm just watching all this discussion about flight sim economy, and I'll have to check them out. As I said, I'm more of a cargo hauling fan myself, so I love hauling my cargo here. And I can't afford OTAS. Let's not talk about that one then. Inverter mate, yeah, you turn it off in the engine anti-ice. Turn that off. Love it. Love it. They are beautiful, are they not, Mr. Wookie? The King Air is absolutely beautiful. I'm looking forward to when I can get some. You have to unhydrate. Love it. Ardberg, no worries. Enjoy your lunch, Ardberg. That is great to have. So, interesting, Braytech. I said I'm running, I'll be honest, guys, I'm using little nav map right now. That's how I check the weather here, which is interesting because I watched the weather, the wind drop from 15 knots down to 2 as you came in on final here. Yeah, landing gear, it was there also was great. There we go. You never see. If you try the Pappy, if you having trouble seeing the Pappies, try changing your view using the space key. You can move your view to a higher viewpoint in the cockpit. Blazer Gamer over 7, hello, welcome to the stream. Great to see you here. You started flying this plane actually. Yeah, nice. Mungas88, hello, welcome to the stream. Blazer Game 007, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Great to have you here. Dread Midas, hello, welcome to the stream, my friend. Good vibes to all, absolutely. Yeah, we're just about to update that. I'm gonna have a quick look. As I say, we're all coming into land here in Ireland. I want to have a look for see where we can head off to shortly. This is great seeing all these King Airs and the TVM here. I may have to actually turn off gamer tag so I can get this beautiful view. It's just a shame that we've got this terrible weather behind us, courtesy of it's typical Irish weather, though. I feel it's typical Irish weather. As you're having a commercial pilot in your chat, we always love having pilots of all types in our chat, whether they be virtual pilots, whether they be real world commercial pilots, real world private pilots, sports pilots, licensed pilots, or simply those who dream about the joys of flying. We love to have you all here in our chat today, so welcome aboard. You can waterland the King Air. That disturbs me that you can waterland a King Air in some ways. That actually slightly disturbs me, this one. That's all right. Yeah, Razor, I would not have you any other way, my friend. I would not have you any other way. But you're flying one of probably one of my other really favourite aircraft in the sim is the TBM. Like I do really enjoy it. But then again, you know, I've got my stick time at a PC-21, so of course I'm going to be drawn to a single turboprop. I kind of already am. Okay, so we're here at the beautiful Donegal Bay. Well, it's beautiful, you know, it would be beautiful except for, you know, it's terrible conditions right now. But let's, we might visit, where should we visit next? Let's stick to Ireland, I think. And, let's head south a bit further. And we might head to... I wonder how far we can get to Shannon. We might head to Shannon. Let's see if we can try punching above that weather, because I think the meta. See if we can hit above that weather there at the moment. Let's have a look. See what the weather is reporting at Shannon. Light showers. Okay, so it looks like that the weather gets better the further south we go. So if we head towards Shannon, we should be able to do that one. So we'll pretty much do a GPS direct, I think. So Echo India November. So let me just update our little chat here, and we'll head down that way.
Air France 178 descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
Okay, so we are currently over at EISG and heading to EINNN.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, Air France 178.
Alrighty, so now that we've got all that punched in, save that. Alright guys, so if anybody who is wanting to join us in the sim, let me just quickly take my labels off, and then I'm going to get a beautiful snapshot of everybody here. Actually, no, it's not assistance that I want the general one, and then I want to have traffic, and I want to have labels off, and I want to have apply. There we go. There we go. Alright guys, so yeah, as I said, for everyone who is wanting to join us, please feel free to type !flight in the chat there, and you'll have the information will be there for you to join. You're more than welcome to join. Or as I said, you can you can just simply click on one of our icons in the world map and spawn behind us. But I am going to jump in. I should probably check my fuel though. Might be a good start. I think we should have enough of the old go juice for this. But let's have a look. Yeah, we've got plenty. We should have plenty of the old go juice in that. That should be fine. Okay. Alright, let me swap out my pilot's beverage. Alright, now let me see if we can. Let's see if I can navigate the old Garmin here. So we're going to go here. No, wrong one. I want to go. Nope, not that one. I want to go split. And we want to do map. And we want to do direct to. Okay. So we can't. We need flight plan. Active flight plan. Add destination. Okay, so we're going to Echo India November November. There we go. Okay, and our origin is we're here at Echo India Sierra Golf. Cool, and we go done. So that should show us with no, for that flight plan procedures. No. Direct to. Here we go. Activate. And interesting how it's not giving me that. That's odd. I don't really need that one. Load and activate. Flight plan. Active flight plan. That should be all I need to do. EISG. Direct to. Okay. So, okay. Wonder why that is not giving that for me. FMS. Oh, there we are. So it is okay. So waypoint EISG. Oh, why it's not doing that one as well. Black Wolf, hello. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you on board. Believe you had to put the origin first. Okay, so I'll put the origin in there now, and it hasn't got that one. So that's good. No worries, Iris. We'll catch you later, my friend. Okay. So with the origin, and oh, okay. So I need to remove waypoint. Right. Okay. So add origin EISG, and then I put the. Okay. So. Okay. Then I go add destination. Right. Okay. Now I've got it. That's what it is different. There you go. Okay, EINN. There we go. Okay, now we're good to go. Okay, so that's what it is. So it actually wipes. Even if you put the destination in first, it wipes it once you put the origin in. Okay, there you go. Today has not been wasted, folks. We have learnt something about the G1000 that's in the sim here. So that is good. So there's the active flight plan. We are done. So now we can go to full, and we've got the system set up there. 95 nautical miles, looking perfect. All right, spot on. Right, after I have made a complete fool of myself programming that, I feel a lot better now. So what we'll do is we will now taxi our aircraft. We'll taxi out, guys. Now apparently it is left shift P if we need to have pushback. Maybe not. Oh no, there he is. Old pushback mate is coming to give us a pushback. Give us an old push. Alright. Make sure all heating is on for this aircraft now, as we're going to fly through this. So I think we're going to cruise at, we'll try going through, we'll see if we can go up a bit high. So we'll see if we can shoot up to 10,000. We'll go up to 12,000 will be our target altitude for today. Little Big Dan, hello! Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the biddies! I think that the Sims pushback system is still a little buggy, I think. Because her efforts for pushback seem to be not be successful right now, and I feel like I'm going to run over this poor dude at the back of my aircraft. So we may get her to abort her pushback. And we'll just see if we can taxi through her, hopefully. Parking brake is off, fortunately. We don't have the Incredible Hulk this time. Though we've had that previously, of course, in other streams we have. Okay, so I'm going to clean up those, leave 1 notch flaps in for takeoff. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to leave her out of her duties of pushback. And I think we will taxi and hopefully apologise to the ground crew as we taxi through them. Alright. Let's taxi back down the other end of the runway for our departure today. As I said, for anybody who wishes to join us, you are more than welcome to. As I said, we're going to go for a bit of a cruise here. Just a nice, gentle fly. We'll try shooting up here a bit of altitude so we can see how we go passing through those clouds again. And see how everything goes. And as I said, make sure your de-icing is on this time. In plenty of time, plenty of warning, because we will need it. Alright, engine... we're looking good to go. Oh, I think I saw a bit of lightning cracking over there in the distance there. Rain coming through loud and clear here. Alright folks, I think we're lined up. I think everybody else who's here is probably might already be in the air, so we didn't troubleshoot this every time. Yeah, so they said the pushback seems to be an intermittent thing. I have noticed there. So I see Razor is definitely in the air there. So alright, let me have a quick view outside here. Alright guys, for those who are joining us, please feel free and catch us in the air otherwise. Alright, so let's throttle up and depart. Alright, engine spooling. Brakes off. I was gonna say, Razor, I just need Gimpy in here, and I think we've got, we'd have it to be just like old times. Alright. Airspeed alive. Positive rate, gear up. Now we are going to get a bit more altitude and speed before we clean up this time, because we had that sink last time. Now we'll do a left-hand circuit, just pass over the airfield before we start our departure.
Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. Beechcraft November Oscar Victor Alpha 24 Shannon Center. Squawk 7056. Squawk 7056 Beechcraft Alpha 24. Beechcraft Alpha 24 radar contact 2 miles east of Sligo 800 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain on navigation. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
It still
Beechcraft Alpha
just
24.
boggles my mind, the visuals that we have here in this sim. Like, we genuinely have, like, watching the patchwork of the weather, and the fact, you know, we saw those sort of shafts of light before as we were sort of going through some of these clouds. It was just absolutely insane. Alright, circling over as we depart here. So we'll keep our climb rate fairly high as we shoot for 12,000. So we'll go vertical speed. We'll go for nav hold. Okay. Set to about 1500. We can probably do a little bit more than that. Okay. Let's go. AP is on. Correcting our course a little bit. Already you can sort of see that sun starting to shine through the layers of cloud above us, so it'd be interesting to see how we go. And just watching those engine torques there. Very super clouds indeed on this one. Okay. What I need to do is actually need to make a keybind for the tags, I think. I think I need to make a keybind for that, I think is what we need to try and do. There we but I also really love the fact that we can see everybody's nav lights through this, so that they're punching it, but they're still filtered, but you can see them through the clouds there. Like, it's absolutely awesome. It's the little things about this sim that I always find so enjoyable. All right, let me now that we've fairly comfortable with that in the cruise climb at the moment, let me head back again through the chat here. Guys, thank you so much for everybody. Thank you very much for joining me in all these flights. It's great to have everybody here. I wouldn't say that at the moment, Razor. I said I tried water landing. I tried not water landing, but I tried water skiing in the Cross Cub. It didn't end well at all. So we're heading to EINN, and then we'll see whether we stay in Ireland or whether we maybe look for going somewhere else for tonight. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. Stalling could restart when finishing the water. No, Vash, there you go. Yeah, it was a sad day when the last 747 was retired. But at least we got a fly pass. Whereas British Airways, when they retired their last 747, there was no fly pass. She just flew straight to the boneyard, straight to the scrapyard. That was a very sad day. That was. Yeah, guys, so as I said before, if whoever wants to join these flights, as I said, if we are having flights, as I said, vast majority of the streams that I have, you'll be more than welcome to join the stream. And if you ever want to get the information of where we're flying and how to join, please use the !flight or !flights, and all the information will be able to be available to you in chat. Because the left, no, not quite, that's right. No worries, Iris, we'll see you later, that's fine. No worries, thank you very much for the lurk, Dan. Great, Black Wolf, good morning. Yeah, GPS Direct, obviously, is what we're flying here. Sorry, guys, catching up here. We're going through Cabin Heat Suicide Pushback. Biddies! True. I could have just put the beta on and just sort of gone through that one. It's good. I could have done that one. Von Geisler, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Great to have you on board here tonight. I need to make a Zendesk here. There's a few, yeah, the pushback is mixed for this one. Also, that ice is terrifying. I hope we punch through this cloud really, really quickly, because that ice buildup is terrifying, because I know I've got, I'm really hoping that we just punch through the top of those clouds. I don't think we did. We may be heading... I'm thinking we might have a few more thousand to go. But, oh, wow, look at that. Look at that. Look at those walls of clouds. That is incredibly detailed. Okay, should probably check to see what my autopilot is, so to check where our altitude is at, because no worries, Matisik, no worries, that's fine. We'll see you soon. Yeah, Von Goss, if you have you can control each throttle lever separately if you have like a control setup for it. So for me, for this particular set of bindings I have for my Hotez Warthog throttle, I have left engine bound to the left throttle, right engine bound to the right throttle. So if you have enough axes available to you, absolutely you control each engine separately. Yeah, exactly. So we'll tell them that one as well. It's the same clones. Maybe they're maybe they're all Camino clones. I don't know. Maybe they're Camino clones. Maybe that's what they all are. Okay, you know what? I think we're going to have to push a little higher than 12,000 feet. So let's head up to 20,000. 22,000. Let's go up to 22,000. So let's go vertical speed. 850 minute climb rates. Make sure we've got, definitely have all of our de-ices are definitely on, which is good. It's fine. Just a little bit terrifying with that build up there, but we'll see if we can. We'll rise above it, as it were. Now I've got to quickly check and make sure we check our cabin altitude here as well. So we're going to make sure we got our cabin altitude set to 8,000 feet. That should be fine. All right, good to go there. There we go. Okay, so we've punched above it. Just above. Okay, so we might not need to go all the way up to 22,000 then. We might just go up to 18,000, I think, then. We'll just go up to 18. $80,000 be a fine altitude for us to go up to. And we start burning off some of that ice there. Some marshmallows are made. That is Thunderbolt. That is the best and worst dad joke I've heard for quite a while. Well done, sir. Well done. Shops that we produce. We always have the bit of a flying circus here whenever you fly here or the Nova 24 streams. This is what we're all about. We're all about enjoying and welcoming everybody here. We may not necessarily go to your house, but if there is an airport that you'd like us to see or a particular area you would like us to fly over, you're more than welcome to request it. However, with airport requests, we handle them all through our frequent flyer miles, which are our channel points here in this channel. So when you can check them in your redemption down the bottom of your chat. So have a look there, and when you get enough points, you can redeem them. If for whatever reason we don't get a chance to be able to get to your request during a particular stream, what we'll do is we'll refund your points so you can claim them, so you can request it again on a future stream. So yeah, that's how we handle airport and flight requests on the channel here. Oh, you can't keep buying the nameplates. Oh, damn. That's okay. That's sucky. I'm definitely going to put a Zendesk in for that because I really want to have a nameplate just for so I don't have to pause to take screenshots so yeah, anyway. Serial Tux, we're currently flying in the southern parts of Ireland at the moment, is where we're flying at the moment. We just flew through some challenging weather. So that is, well, as it says, Cyril, we chatted. We had chatted about possibly flying to Law at the moment, but we felt that as it's now crossed onto land, it's no longer the existential threat that it was, and actually is now hurting people. So we've chosen to fly somewhere else tonight. So here where we are, where we've fought through our way through terrible weather, and now we are enjoying the beautiful sea of cloud and beautiful clear skies at altitude as part of our cruise here tonight. So welcome aboard. Diagers of Frustration, we've been doing well today. Thank you very much. I hope you have been doing well today as well. That coming through the clouds is a fantastic moment, isn't it there? Diagers of Frustration, we've visited Lukla several times so far on these streams. I'm sure we will visit there again in the future. Probably not tonight, but I'm sure there'll be another stream in the future that we can. Inverted Mayor, thank you very much for joining. Take care. Safe skies. We'll see you on the next stream. It genuinely is, and it's funny actually because there's so many times where I remember flying and I looking out and seeing and thinking exactly that I'm looking at an impressionist painting, particularly when those moments when I've been on a flight at dawn or dusk and actually been able to look outside and see sort of the dawn or dusk over the top of a sea of clouds. It has been always quite amazing, and this poor aeroplane. I think somehow I think the icing is a little overdone. I think the icing might be a little overdone here, but you never know. But also just looking at that storm wall there in the distance there, like that is absolutely crazy. I need to get a photo of that because that storm wall over there is just looking absolutely amazing. That really does look nuts, that storm wall, and that's the sort of feature that I was looking at on a global map before about seeing with the wind circulating around it. That would be where it would be. Andy Brown 95, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Great to have you on board. Basically, if I lose it, yeah, exactly, yeah. So there you go. Oh, thank you very much, KVH. I forgot that you'd actually put that into as a chat command. Thank you. Stalkman14, hello. Welcome to the stream. Left. I'm going to try and pronounce your name here, yeah, but your gamer tag here. Left Matina 53. I have no idea how you pronounce it, but that would be cool. Thank you very much for seeing us over the YouTube. Great, welcome to the flight, by the way. Great to have you on board. Stormwind 14. Hey, yeah, he's just watching this. Oh, show this update is in 79 gig. So the update is, I've seen that it's there waiting, but it hasn't unlocked for me to start downloading as yet. Oi, Sunny Jim, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the crew, and that is an awesome gamer tag. That is an absolutely awesome gamer tag. I have to tell you right now, that is such a cool gamer tag. So there you go. Thank you very much, sir. Alrighty, let me do our instrument check here. Make sure that we're all good. So we're just heading up almost at our 18,000 feet. Want to check to make sure that everything is good here. Make sure our engines aren't over torqued. Prompt is good. Alright. Yeah, everything is sitting where it should be, so that's a good start. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, so leveling off, cruising at 18,000 feet. Probably pretty much have to, almost have to start descending very, very shortly, I think, as we come in down there. But we will have to, what we might do is, he's a bot, right? That would explain. I guessed he might be a bot after the offer of services. I wondered if he might be a bot. That something made sense. All right, now what we might do is we're going to have to. I want to try when this camera's set up. This is one of the things I've said before is that it frustrates me that the ILSs are not functional. So I want to. One of these. There we go. Okay, so I want to try and set my ILSs. So the nav data that I have. So we're heading to Shannon. Let me check the weather at Shannon and what it's reporting. So let's call it reporting fairly winds calm. Wind at a 105. So we're going to be on a 06 approach. So we're going to want approach frequency is going to be 109.5. So let's go split. Let's go. We're going to go to nav frequency, so we want 109.5 backspace 50 and enter. And we're going to go transfer. Interesting how it wipes that, even though I had that in the standby frequency, it didn't actually recognize it. That's interesting. Okay, so 109.5. So and then I'll put it on nav 2 as well just to be sure. So let's go 109.50 and transfer, and we go enter. So my active now for both nav 1 and nav 2 should be 109.5. Alright. Now in terms of course, we're going to need to set our course to our course bugs. Let me quickly go the heading bug. Okay.
Beechcraft Alpha 24 contact Shannon Center on 1.3.1.15.
So I'm going to switch to heading mode just quickly so I can change my
1.3.1.15
nav source
for Beechcraft
briefly
Alpha
to VOR to localizer 1. Now we're going to set our course to be
November Oscar Victor Alpha 24 flight level 180.
059. As I said, I'm predicting that we're going to be given the 06 ILS.
Victor Alpha 24 Shannon Center, continue as planned.
Now, interesting that it's actually already locked onto that course. That's interesting. I wonder if it can already... It shouldn't be able to hear that already. But it's actually... No, yeah, it's showing that it's got a offset, so... And it's picked up the right course. Maybe it has. So maybe we'll at least have the azimuth if we don't have the glide slope for this one. So let's see how this go. So yeah, so Thunderbolt, so ILS is said I've had mixed experience with the ILS. So the ILS I found is working fine in aircraft with steam gauges, but the G1000 setups, I find that the ILS has not been giving me data. So it's interesting how that's worked. Oh, okay, thanks, Razor. Yeah, as I said, I sort of as soon as I saw the next line, I was like, okay, maybe that's what's coming through there. It's fine. I have not done the update for. I've not done the update for it yet, Virgin Flyer. I've seen it sitting there, but I haven't actually done it yet. So the ILS that we're going to, as I said, I'm going to be tending to come through on the 06 runway. So we're going to be coming in on the 109.5, and the heading is 056 is the course.
Shannon Tower Beechcraft November Oscar Victor Alpha 24 is 11 miles north with golf to land. Beechcraft November Oscar Victor Alpha 24 Shannon Tower. Make left downwind runway 6. Altimeter 29.70 wind calm.
Okay.
Enter left traffic runway 6 Beechcraft Alpha 24.
Alright, so he's giving us 06, which is good.
Landing gear.
Alright, that's good. Now, of course, I've left my descent to be a little late, so this could be interesting. So we're going to go a bit of a heavy, we're going to go for a fairly hefty descent rate here. Because I left it to 5 nautical miles out, so we're kind of going to overfly it a little bit, I think, before we get there, but that's okay. Yeah, exactly. The full size is not 70-70. A few people have said that. I don't think it's. Yeah, I think it's just that's the size the package is going to affect. It won't necessarily all be that big, and that's one of the great reasons of why Asobo and Microsoft divvied it up into such small packages on your sim, so that when they update, they can update smaller components as they go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, I think, going to go if on our autopilot we're going to turn that autopilot is going to turn that off, I think. I'm pretty sure. Because we've got to bleed a lot of altitude off before we're going to be able to do this one, so we're going to we're just going to be extending our crosswind. That's all we're doing, folks. We're just extending our crosswind. going to put my engine anti-ices on because we're coming down through our descent phase. So this should be good actually because it'll give us a chance to actually shoot the ILS from further out, because we should be able to come down and actually meet one of the markers. So we'll grab that very, very shortly in this one. Glide slope should be shown on the left side. Yeah, exactly. So the glide slope should be here, but every time I've flown in the King Air previously and in the Cessna 208, I've had the horizontal, but I've never had the vertical. I never had the glide. I've had the azimuth, but not the glide slope information. Alright, grab one comes there through that one. So just pin it full power, chop and drop. Black Wolves, the flight has been very interesting so far. I started my descent a little bit late, but that's alright, we're doing this one too. Yeah, there is an update. Yeah, soon. Yeah, at least. Yeah, it could be worse, Braytech. It could be 2 more weeks. By the way, Braytech, I've just realised that I remember why your gamer tag feels so familiar. It's because of the character out of Stargate. Now I know why I know the name Braytech. Right? Okay. Thanks for having. It's been bugging me all week. So awesome gamer tag choice. Like, have to say props for you for that, because I loved him and his character in Stargate. I absolutely loved his character. All right. Yeah, no, exactly right, Rockview. I 100% agree with that. It's something that you can actually see it and feel the difference of the airframe of that as well. Takmate, brakte. Okay, so coming down on the altitude now. So what I'll do is I'm going to disable the autopilot, pull up our pitch there, and I'm going to bank around to the left, so I can come back around and intercept this glide slope, because I should be about to come across definitely the outer, not just the outer marker in quite a ways. Okay, so nearly on the longitudinal, the azimuth. A little bit to the right. Okay, glide slope is alive. Okay. So either that's interesting. So it definitely didn't work when I came in to land at Brisbane. It definitely didn't work when I came in to land at Brisbane. So I'm happy that it's now working here. I will take it. Okay, so we're currently below the slope. Okay, pitch that down. Okay, a little bit to the left. Rolling back. Alright, glide slope is alive. Coming in on slope. Little bit low still. Throttling back. What an approach though. Okay. Gear traveling. On slope. Little to the right. Slightly nose up. Bring the nose up a little bit. Throttles up, throttle down.
Beechcraft Alpha 24 cleared to land runway 6.
Landing lights on.
Cleared to land runway 6 Beechcraft Alpha 24.
Okay, above the slope. Nose down. Throttles back. Watch the trim. Prop condition forward. Traffic! Traffic! Flaps 1. Watch the pitch. Coming in high. Correcting. Throttles nearly above idle. Correcting. On slope. Left to center. Flap 2. Landing assured. Chasing the needle. Chasing the needle a little too much. Fly the visual. On slope. Little bit of floating. Come on. Bouncer, a little bit there. Curved the nose a little long.
Beechcraft Alpha 24 exit runway when able.
That was fun though. I'll take that. Welcome to EINN. Great to have you on board.
Beechcraft Alpha 24 contact ground on 121.8.
So that's actually that's the first time I've managed to get the to actually shoot an ILS in the G1000 actually. Previously, I've never managed to get it to actually work for me completely. Alright. Interesting that they're not giving me any taxi for parking options. That's interesting. Well, I guess we're going to have to find our own parking, aren't we? Don't know where to park. Let's have a look. Let's throw our drone outside the aircraft and figure out where we're going to park. Oh, that's some badly matched photo reel right there. Oof. Oof. Yeah, that's a little rough. Let's park over there. Let's park over there. That sounds like a good one. Okay. All right. Once we're parked, I'll catch up on the chat here. I said thanks very much for your patience, everyone. While I shot that ILS, it's been a hot minute since I was actually. It's been a hot minute since I've shot an ILS here in this sim, and I said the first time I've done one using the G1000s now. So it's the first time it's worked for me. So I don't know whether it's it now. I'll own the fact that it might possibly have been an equipment superior to user fault, an ESU fault. But I mean, because I've shot ILSs with the Steam Gauge 172 and the 152 previously, no issues. But I always had issues with the G1000, either not sticking with the frequency, or randomly. I think when we were on approach to a few nights ago, when we were on approach to Telluride, we had the localizer, we had everything, and then it threw the frequency as we hit the outer marker, which is really weird behavior. And very concerning behavior as well. So as I said, I'm happy to own that it could have been an ESU fault. So that was good, actually being able to see that, chase it. I still think that the ILS isn't the best. I still feel that there's something not right with that ILS that's in these G1000s. I can't quite put my finger on what it is, but I feel that there is something not quite right with them. But at least I know. But that was a lot more functional than it's been previously for me, so I will take it. Okay. I'm loving seeing Razor. So by the way, folks, so Pilot Ben here in chat, aka Razor, is one of the FSX and DCS Blue Angels, and is an extremely talented simulator pilot, as well as having a real-time pilot time, as well as being an incredible aviation photographer as well. So highly recommend that you catch him over on here on Twitch and on Facebook under his name too. I'll let him decide if he wants to promote himself or not, but I said I'm happy to support you there, Razor, because you taught me many things about formation flying over the years as I was learning back in the day. Alright. Let's do the taxi here. Just turn this aircraft around. There we go. Okay. And we'll put our parking brake here set on. Oral warning. Okay. And we'll go to bring our props to feather the props. Mixture set to fuel cutoff for both engines. Alright, let's go. Strobes, navs, taxis, landings, our lights off. Ignition set to off. Thank you. And we'll shut our de-icing down. There we go. And prop de-ice off. Structural de-ice is copilot is off. Thank you. Oil pressure is good. And auto feather automatically set to on. Engine starters are off. Avionics buses 1 and 2 are off. Alternator is off. Battery is master is set to off. And we are good. There we go. Awesome. That was a fantastic flight. That was a great flight, that was. Thank you very much, guys. Let me catch up on a few things here in chat. Oh my god, did we get our emotes? Yay! They're here! Oh, I just saw a couple of our emotes turn up. Yay! Benjamin Dudley Photography, folks. There you go. Thank you very much. Yeah, definitely shout out to that, because yeah, as I said, his photos have been absolutely awesome, and I've been able to base some of my texture work actually every now and again gets been leveraged off a couple of his things, so that's always good. Okay, let me finish capping on here. But that is so cool. Yay, our emotes. Okay, so for everybody who has a channel subscription, you can finally now take advantage of being subscribed to me. Thank you so much as well for subscribing to me, and for many of those who received gifted subs. So emotes are now available. That is so exciting. Yay, Oz Flight Simmer, hello! Welcome to the stream, my fellow Flight Simmer. Great to have you on board. No parking. Stargate Love, absolutely Stargate Love. So Rockview, yeah, on the ILS, so on the G1000, the glide slope indicator appears top right, near the top right is where the glide slope indicator appears, which is kind of pretty cool. On the steam gauges is just part of the the VOR1 indicator. The thin bar, the G at the top, yeah, that is correct. Yeah, so glide slope, that is absolutely correct. That is now I have to go. My shooter is serving pizza. Excellent. Enjoy your pizza, Thunderbolt. Enjoy your pizza. That is awesome. If you can land, if any landing you can walk away from is a good landing, I think is what it is. Aladdin, no worries at all. Take care. Enjoy your night. Hope you had a great flight. I reckon it's the restaurant. Please keep moving on. Sorry. Oh, that's so exciting. We've got our emotes. Yay. Sunny Jim, no worries. Great to have you on board. I hope that you've enjoyed your time here, and we hope to see you on more flights as well. We may do one more flight tonight, I think. We may do one more flight tonight. Sunny Jim, thank you very much for redeeming the hydrate. I probably should put some H2O in my caffeine system. That might be there. Often stalling in this aircraft. Any tips? Make sure, because this is gonna sound really silly, but make sure you don't have asymmetric thrust. So you have both your throttle 1, throttle 2, so left and right engines are both powered up. So keep an eye on your MFD. Make sure the torque is similar for both engines. The other thing as well is make sure that you're not trying to climb too quickly without airspeed. You do need to... she's a little bit lumbering, so she will need a bit of time at the semi-level flight to get airspeed up before she can start doing high alphas and high climb rates. That would be the best thing I can give for you, Blaze Gamer. I love that quote, Loriath. I love that quote. That is really pretty awesome, that one as well. Blaze Gamer, that is... I feel you, like I genuinely do. So there is a lot of commands in here. There's a lot of things in here, but when you get started, probably the best thing I can tell you is that while you're learning, make use of the AI assistance here in this sim, which is what I think is one of the best things about this sim. And I think the great way that Microsoft's approaching this and Asobo approaching this is that there is no difficulty curve in the flight model. The flight model is the same no matter what you choose. The only difference is how much the AI Copilot assists you. That's the only thing that changes. So if you so if you turn all the assists on, including like auto rudder, auto mixture, and auto yoke, then it will correct you from things. So if you try and overcorrect or over alpha, or pitch the aircraft too high, it'll push the nose down. But not like MCAS, not like the MCAS debacle from Boeing. But it will keep you in a phase of stable flight. So try and turn those features on and help the sim guide you and help learn. Which I think is the great thing that this sim has, is that it is so accessible for so many levels. Or you can be like me and you can turn all those things off and see what happens. So it is a great way to balance it. And don't get too stressed and too worried about the commands for now. Make use of checklists where they'll help you point out where things are. And otherwise, just enjoy it. Like seriously, just enjoy it. And don't be intimidated. Saying don't be intimidated is easy to say, not so easy to do. I get that. But please, there is unfortunately a small but there is a very, very vocal minority in the extended flight simulation family, which are very elitist, and they will look down on you, and they will, tell you to stop playing, and they'll tell you to go back to Xbox, or they'll tell you to do this, that, and the other, and they'll say that I'm a pilot because I've got 5,000 hours in a PMDG 77710. Tell them to go kiss my shiny metal ass. Because our community is about everybody. It's about welcoming everybody and growing together and learning together. Those people, unfortunately, they exist in all occupations and in all hobbies and in all passions. So please ignore them. I know they can be a vocal pain in the ass, and I'm sorry for them. But at the end of the day, their way of simming is just their way of simming. They have a specific worldview. That's fine, and we never deride them for that. We never deride them for that. But we also say, we're sorry for them, and we're sorry for the way they treat newer members of our community and people, because I, for one, I don't fly tube liners. I have no interest in them. I would much rather, the closest you get to me to flying a tube liner is basically this or a BizJet. Because for me, I usually like flying, much like what you saw Razor flying tonight, is, you know, doing formation stuff, and low in the weeds is what I like flying. But yeah, please take your time, be patient, and you know, hopefully you'll find other people like myself who will be more than willing to help, and hopefully you might learn a few things here. And as I said, please come along on these flights. We're always more than happy to help and welcome people to our community. So yay! Razor, thanks for the subscription, dude. Thank you. Rock on. Australia, yay! Emotes, yay! How about it swim away? This aircraft is a turboprop. That is correct. Yeah, this one is a turboprop. That's right. That is absolutely correct, Braytake. That is absolutely right. So you do look at, there is a lag between when you push the throttle forward and when you feel the engine respond, and this is the most closely modeled turbo lag I've seen that doesn't require third-party outside sim injection information. It will also the amount of lag that you experience will change based on the atmospheric conditions. So if you're running in what's called hot and high conditions, so like either up at Lukla, for example, or in very hot conditions like out in the African desert, then you may find that the engine will not respond anywhere near as well for that. Actually, you're right, Dreadminders, that is actually, there's also a list on my website, so novawing24.com. There is an article I published there the other day where we've been supplied, fortunately, one of the Microsoft alpha and beta testers, he published a list of keyboard commands. It's in a printable PDF format, so that's been made available via my NovaWing24 website. So head over to novawing24.com and you can download that list for your printing and your study and your leisure as well. Hopefully we won't have hopefully we'll have a manual before too long. It'll be nice as well. Don't overspeed the landings. Very, very true as well. I kind of like that point there. Astrophysics, maybe Blue Mountains, I'm feeling somewhere rather warm though at the moment, is what I'm thinking. To lose off energy in the aircraft, that is absolutely correct as well. Oswald, thank you very much for the second on that one. Non-console, hi, welcome to the stream. Great to have you on board. Happy to see you here. Oh, look at this, all the emotes setting up. All the emotes setting up, yay! You won't let you use the emotes. Oh, that makes me sad. Maybe it's a phased unlocking for people. I don't know, because everybody should, if you're subscribed, you should have the emotes available. Though, funnily enough, the emotes haven't turned up in my chat window yet either. So there you go. That's a little bit weird. That's awkward. Oh no, that's not good, Black Wolf. I hope you feel better, mate. I hope you feel better when you see them. We're just flying in Ireland, but I'm feeling like we should go flying somewhere else. So yeah, the turbo model is very good. The only thing that doesn't really work so well here in this sim is it doesn't model the beta and the low phases very well. That's the only thing that's wrong on the I don't feel is not quite right on the turboprop model here in this sim. Yeah, but also hopefully you feel better soon. I hope you do. Alright guys, let's jump back into the main menu because we want to find somewhere else to fly. I just need to quickly check something, guys. 1 second. Oh, can I reach it? Or am I going to have to move? Oh no, I'm gonna have to move my chair. I'm gonna have to re-wedge my chair. So, oh, okay, let's have a look. That's not a good. Hey guys, I'm gonna have to quickly take a couple of minutes off stream to check. Well, actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna go off mic, but you guys are gonna get to see some of the joys of being a type 1 diabetic, because that is not a number, and that's not good. So, can't I be back in a second, guys? Y'all get to see what a testing blood sugar looks like. Hey guys, I am going to quickly duck off stream for a few minutes, so if you haven't already, make sure you guys hydrate and grab a drink, and I'll be back in about 2 to 5 minutes. BRB. Alright, okay. Hopefully, crisis averted. Thank you very much thank you for your patience, everyone. Bye, Necro! Thank you! Thank you for the gift subs to all the community! You rock! Also, everybody, because thank you to everybody, especially Neko, who donated towards my birthday gift. Thank you. I am ordering that tonight. We are getting the pink ones. We are getting the pink ones. There will be a new headset on its way to me, winging its way to me very, very shortly. So look forward to seeing that in the stream very, very soon. Can't wait. I can't wait to stream with that. I need to find a way maybe that we can hook up the RGB so it changes based on, like, you know, where we're flying or something like that. I should see if I can find a way to change the RGB for that. Alright, let's have a look. Where shall we fly? So I know that... let's have a look here. So... we do have a couple of airport requests. Martistic, are you still here in the chat? Are you still here in the chat at all? I want to see if you're here. Maybe not. Okay, if he's not, then let's have a look. Where should we have a look? So, because there's a suggestion to have a look at the Blue Mountains, for us to go to the Blue Mountains, have a look. I mean, I was thinking somewhere warm, but maybe we should go. Oh, what's there? What's that? Also, I haven't explored all of the little starred locations on the map yet. Maybe we should explore those. So you can know in the chat. Okay, thanks. Okay, so what we'll do is we might... Alright, let's go have a look at Ludo. So what we're going to have to do is we will have to change... So what we'll do is we'll stick with... So we'll do... Let's figure out where we're going to fly to. Blue Mountains. Well, first of all, we're going to need to change the time of day. So let's stick with live weather. But let's move time back. Let's go back in time a little bit. So we're probably going to want to do somewhere... Casino. We can do Lismore. Evans Head's a nice area. Though, interesting enough, anybody who might follow the Royal Australian Air Force, they just did a successful weapons test of the new F-35s over the Evans Head test range, which is just by the airstrip there. Let's have a look. Where are we? Where should we think? So where should we go? I'm thinking that we start at Lismore, and then we head, go through the mountains, maybe finish out here, Barragal, it's a long way. Oh, we'll get to Tenterfield, but if we're going to stick with Blue Mountains areas, we might do Lismore. We'll just do Lismore as a departure and see where we end up. Well, we had to do something with all those rickety old F-18s. We had to do something with all those rickety old F-18s. You know, I haven't flown the Cap 10 yet. Should we fly the Cap 10? Let's fly the Cap 10. I haven't flown the Cap 10 yet. So we're looking about 120 knots, 120, 130 knots. Well, you know, they're not exactly... Yeah, there's a lot of hours on those airframes. You know, there's a lot of hours on those airframes. You know, L'Oreal, there's a lot of hours on those airframes. Ray Red, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Great to have you on board. So let's do a Robin Cap 10, and let's do a takeoff from Lismore. I'll do parking 1. So we'll set the flight conditions to live weather, but let's set the time to 10 AM local. Let's do that. So let me update our little thing here. So let's do live weather and time 1000. Let's do Yankee Lima India Sierra. Cruise speed, let's do about 120. maybe. Let's do the captain. Cool. There we go. Okay, so that's all saved. So if anybody does want to join us here on the server, please type in exclamation mark flight or flights in the chat there. You get all the information that you need. Now I'll jump in. 2020 there's 2020. No, my God. Okay, which one's the any key? Okay, so that was weird, really strange. So it was really weird. So I had a power spike go through the house. So I lost my monitors, like they powered down. But my computer and the surge protection on my computer and my system up here protected everything, so we're good. But the modem, and it looks like my modem and all my my encoding PC and a couple other things, they all fell over. Modem's just come back online, so hence why I'm here streaming again. But weirdly, all of my web-based overlays, none of them are loading. Like you've probably noticed that there's nothing else around me. They're all web-based overlays, and not a single one of them is loading across any of my scenes in OBS. It's like, how did they get taken down? Unless they're still like hooked to the previous stream, is the only thing I can think of. Let me. I'm technologically challenged, let's be honest here. And no, it wasn't one of the cats, Oz. It was not one of the cats. Technology and I are just not friends. They just generally aren't. See, I can bring up the overlay in... Like, I can see the overlay on my web browser, but I cannot see it here in OBS. That is so weird. Settings, yeah, no, it's alright. Custom frame rate. So, Braytech, you are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. Yeah, if the world was flat, cats would have pushed everything off the edge by now. So the world is not flat. Okay, so it's definitely there. It's running I'm not running a custom CSS. Refresh browser when scenes become active. Refresh cache for current page. There we go. Okay. Right. Right. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to quickly flick through all the scenes here. Yet to have me do all this. In sim overlay. There we go. Properties. Refresh. There we go. Okay. Alright. Okay, we're back. Electricity is magic. Electricity is totally magic. It is total magic. It genuinely is. Ozfly, you've been trying to convince me to get the one of those AC/DC, AC UPSs for a number of years now, and every time you say it to me, I get a little bit more convinced that that's exactly what I'm going to do. I think it will be after I move continents, but I will definitely be starting to run that one. Black Wolf's 11, hello, welcome back. I hope you are feeling better, my friend. I hope you are feeling better, and I hope you are on the mend. I had a power spike, and everything crapped itself, but we're back now, which is good, because we were just loading in at Lismore, is where we were loading in. So we're going to go back to that. Remember where we are, because that's looking for, that's Tamworth, so it's going to be up here. That's going to be Evans Head, so Lismore should be around here. There it is. So let me go in, zoom in a bit more. That seems like there should be more parking at that end of the airstrip. But you know what? Let's park down here. I'm going to park at ramp 1. And we're going to set our flight conditions to be live weather, but we're going to wind back the time to, what did we say? 10 a.m. I think we said in our little message there. Absolutely. I think, yeah, as I said, I keep eyeing off the UPSs, and then I keep finding a reason not to get them. And it's like backups and me. I kept finding a reason to not do it until it all fell apart, and I'm like, yep, nope, absolutely need it. So 1000, live weather, looking good. Cap 10. All right. Let's try it again, shall we? Thanks for the host again, guys. I'm an unintelligible power supply sometimes. I think I will. Josh912, hello, welcome back to the stream. You timed it just perfectly with the fact that I've just managed to recover from a bit of a power challenge. Oh dear. All right, so let's go. So we're going to go exploring the Blue Mountains here in Australia for a little bit as our final bit of our stream tonight. 200 to 300 brownout spikers. Yeah, don't blame you. Yeah, so Josh, I had a power spike go through the house just as I was loading in here to Lismore, which of course cut my stream off. It's not affected because all my system is surge protected, so I was good. The screens shut down, but they all preserved themselves. That was fine. But the modem, however, did not fare so well, so it took a bit longer to recover, which fortunately it has recovered, touch wood. So Dreadminders, I'm always reminded of the saying, and I want to say it was Nikola Tesla, but I'm not 100% sure who the quote should be attributed to, but it's any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. That phrase has stuck with me most of my life. It genuinely has stuck through me through most of my life. Because it is a very, very true statement. That any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Okay, so first off, I need to change my controls. I just realised because I'm still running turboprop controls. So let's switch those over. I am really looking forward to grabbing the Honeycomb Bravo quadrant. I really am. Okay, so we're going to change this off turboprop. We're going to change this over onto GA. I'd like a Dropbox. I think if I'm not going to be able to assign it, if I'm not going to be able to have it so I can assign it to a specific model of aircraft, at the very least I want a Dropbox for this. I at the very least want a Dropbox for this. Okay, so we're going to unlock these. So we've got mixture is here, prop axis, throttle axis. There we go. Done. All right, there's apply and save. Cool. Go back. Arthur C. Clarke, thank you very much. There was, yeah. Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Like Wolfie, as I said, make sure you stay hydrated. Yeah, IV hydration is always a challenge, but yeah, glad you're getting some treatment there, mate. Arthur C. Clarke, thank you very much. Yeah, that's right. The Hotaz X56 is a nice kit. I had the X52 for a long time, and ended up going from the X52 to the Hotaz Warthog instead. The X56 was between the X56 and the Hotaz Warthog, and in the end, I decided to go with the Warthog. But yeah, the X56 is just a fantastic piece of kit as well. All right. I should probably actually, while I'm here, make sure that my server is, because is do I see anybody else? Probably not. Let's have a look. Let me make sure I'm on the Southeast Asia server. Yep, good. Okay, now I've never started this aircraft before, so I'm going to want to bring up my checklist. So I'm going to be my before. Okay, so parking brake is set. Avionics master switch is on. Battery master switch is on. Strobe lights are on. It'd be nice if it was an interactive checklist, so it would recognize as you clicked it, and it would actually do that. So throttle full, mixture rich, fuel selector. Where is the fuel selector living? Okay. Fuel selector forward. Okay. I'm assuming that's that one there. Okay. Electric fuel pump is set to on, and until flow peaks then off. Okay, so where are you located? There we go. Pump is on, fuel flow peaks. Okay, off. Cool. Throttle back, open 1 centimeter. Tick. Mixture lean. Magnetos set to both. Starter. There we go. Okay. Right, so in means you actually got to turn it to the front tank. Okay, right. Starter off. Done. There we go. Mixture rich, throttle RPMs. Let me just reset my camera. Okay. Oil pressure is in the green. Looking good. After starting Indonesia, alternator set to on. Everything is already set to on. Lights as required. Nav lights, beacon, and we won't need our taxi or landing lights because we're flying in the daytime at the moment. And we are ready to taxi out. There we go. Okay, nice. Relatively simple one. Very similar to aircraft. Looks like to the Robin DR400, of course, which is very similar to this one. So there you go. New stream, new host. XD Big, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you on board. The sim connect with the SPAD, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there absolutely as well. Thrustmaster switch panel. So I use the DSD Designs switch panel. I really like that one. It's just a button box, and I find that really useful. I think it should be pretty good for you, so I always recommend that one. No worries, Oz. Take care. Thank you very much for liking that one as well. Yeah, it's $850. Yeah, so I think I picked mine up a few years ago, and it was about $600. I think I paid for mine for. Check out Umart. They took a while to order it in for me, but I got mine for I think it was just under $600 for in Umart. XD Big 23. I do have some actual time on real world aircraft. I've got several hours on various different types in all of the good seats. I don't have my license, but I do have time in the good seats and as piloting command. Rockview 101. Thank you very much for the host as always. And that is the sound. That is exactly the sound of click of honeycomb yoke buttons. That is absolutely correct. I will wait for you, Josh. Absolutely. For those who are wanting to join the flight, as I said, !flight in the chat will give you all the information that you need. But I will taxi off this parking spot. Yeah, Derek Spear Design. I'm pretty sure is what it's short for. Derek Spear Design. So I met him. It's a one-man outfit. He makes various different stuff for flight sim. He's like various different flight sim sort of button boxes for flight sims and for racing sims. This thing is going to be a quirky little aircraft to fly, I think. I feel that this aircraft is going to be a very quirky aircraft to fly. Okay, I'm going to pause that for a second. No worries, Rockview, that's alright. It's one of the challenges of being an Australian streamer, actually, is that it's very difficult for a lot of people to be able to join us, because for those in Europe, it's the middle of the workday often, and if you're in the US, it's usually very, very early in the morning and starting into the workday. Actually, well, no worries. Yes, it said it will be. It said it's on PC at the moment, but it is. We don't actually. I am going to be very curious. One thing that I really hope is that when it does come to Xbox, that I really hope they make the multiplayer cross-platform. I genuinely hope that they do, because I think that's going to be a huge awesome for that. I think it will be awesome for that. Absolutely. I really, really want to make sure that we have cross-platform play, because I think that is going to be a great way to be able to share everything, everyone. Now, I want to check something, because I have a horrible feeling I have a horrible feeling I might have stuffed it up here, guys. If anybody else joins in, and if they let me know if they can't see me, let me know, because I think I might have... Oh, no, I can see you good. Okay, I just want to make sure that I have a horrible feeling I'd done the multiplayer setup wrong, but that's okay. So, interestingly, you're absolutely right there, Rockview. I think that because even using the Xbox pad, there are still a few kill binds that you need to use keyboard for, but so that's why I have a funny feeling we may see some more hardware coming out that may be for Xbox. So, for example, we might see many of the Thrustmaster new content that's coming out be work on Xbox as well as on PC. Because at the end of the day, an Xbox is nothing more than a PC that does nothing but play games, really, at the end of the day. And that's something I think a lot of people seem to lose sight of. Okay, I see one more joining in, and I think I saw another couple of people. Drift was welcome back, Drift. It's good to see you becoming on board as well. It's a fork of Windows that it runs on. That's closer to the Windows IoT branch, Windows 10 IoT branch, is what my understanding is. So, where should we adventure today? Let's have a look. That can move over there. That can move down there. See another one of these coming through. Still slight sim connection. Let's go to focus. Alright. So we'll head north. I think we might head north and then sort of over. Actually, no, we won't head north. We'll head west, past Casino, maybe up through the mountains there. I think. Let's do that. When is my next stream? So we're streaming. Obviously, we're streaming right now. We'll also be streaming again. Next stream after this will be tomorrow night at 20:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time, so 10:30 Zulu. So we're streaming that on Friday and on Saturday, and then after that we'll have a couple of days off, and we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming of Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. at least one of our shows next week will not be in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It will be in Prepared. It will be in Lockheed Martin's Prepared. And then one of the others possibly would also be in another game. Because I need to finish playing... Spirit of the North, I'll be honest. So I need to go back and finish playing that. So we're going to probably... It'll be... Tuesday will probably end up being... a prepared flight. Thursday will be the Microsoft Flight Sim flight. Friday will be Spirit of the North, and then Saturday will be back to Microsoft Flight Simulator again, most likely for the SIGCON. I have no idea, Rockview, but I don't see why you couldn't. Okay. Alright, let's get our aircraft, so I think we've got everybody here now. Yeah, the pitch is starting up, that is good. Okay, let's taxi out. I'm waiting for you to wreck that prop there. No worries at all. I'll see you on tomorrow's stream. That's alright. Glad you have a good time, and I hope to see you having a good time tomorrow as well. Probably going a bit cross road, a bit cross country there. Alright. Now this is going to be a very interesting airplane because I haven't actually flown this before, and this is supposed to be quite the aerobatic little engineer aircraft, so this could be very, very interesting. Lock flaps, current position. No. Right. Okay. All right. And all right. 1, 2, 3, go. Should have swapped over from my yoke to my stick for this one, I think. Interesting how they put all the parking down the other end of the field, but they have actually modelled all the hangars here, which is correct, by the way. So those hangars are the right size, all in the right position. But interesting that they didn't put any of the parking down there. I think I'm going to need to overhaul that from the Black Shark AI, I think. Okay. So let's head northwest, and we'll head towards these beautiful mountains. I did not see your settings there. Sorry, Josh. This is so surreal. Like, I've flown through this area so many times in Prepared. So, Lismore was one of the airfields that when I was starting my company in Air Hauler 2, Lismore was one of the main places that I would fly in and out of as I was building my company up and starting to build it up in the sim. So I had a pretty standard route. It was Redcliffe to Lismore and back. I just have cargo runs doing that, just building lots and lots of hours, building up the money as the base of my company was getting started. And so I've flown that, flown that approach into Lismore so many times in Prepared. And I look at it now, but in real life, I've flown over it. I've never landed at Lismore, but I've flown into Ballina before. And I look at this and go, I'm so used to the Prepared one that it feels like this isn't right. But then I think back to the time when I did fly over here. As I said, I didn't land, but we flew over here. And I was like, nope, this is what it actually looks like. It's like, this is so cool. No worries, Braytech. Thanks for stopping by. Take care. And we'll see you on the next stream. Alright. Let me get some altitude. Oh, yeah, we're good. We're good for altitude, I think. So, 2,500 feet. Oh, yeah. Now, I don't... Okay, so there's a... There looks like there's a bug with the... Definitely looks like there's a bug with this Cap 10 because that ball and slip indicator is not working as advertised. That is definitely not working as advertised. You know what? We should go... Let's... Because we're going through a bit of a river valley at the moment. We should totally go down the flow of this river a bit. Hope you guys are keeping up back there. Sorry, I didn't really check before. Hope you guys are keeping up back there. Next time I fly this aircraft, I'm definitely going to fly stick rather than yoke, I think, though. So one thing that I do really notice, again, about this aircraft is that... although I've sort of, I've just finished sort of saying that, you can use whatever controls that you want, I definitely feel, though, that this is the first desktop sim where having a set of controls that mimics that of the real aircraft is actually going to be beneficial. So that will be very interesting to see how that translates when we get to onto more, I don't want to say more modern aircraft, but maybe more military styled cockpits where the throttles are on your left hand, with throttles on your left hand rather than on the right. Because I think that's the thing that I'll be honest, that's the thing I'm struggling with at the moment, because I'm so used to having my my HOTAS set up at the moment. My throttle's on with my left hand, but in civilian aircraft that's not where it is. On civilian aircraft your throttle's with your right hand unless you're the FO. So my yoke is set up with civilian controls, which is where the trim is set up with my left thumb. But that's not going to help me when I'm adjusting power, because you should be adjusting power and trim at the same time, but I can't do that in this aircraft. With this current control setup. Oh, I wonder if the G meter works. We should totally test that later. Yeah, so the throttle on the left is it's a military thing, and the assumptive reasoning behind that is because your right hand is your dominant hand in sort of a combat aircraft, you need to have more control over where you're going, and you let your left hand, your less dominant hand, take control of the power, because the more important thing is to control where you're going. But whereas civilian, it's more the throttle actually becomes the more important control, because your power controls it doesn't just control your airspeed, it also controls your pitch, your altitude. There's so much more that's in a throttle adjustment than in a yoke adjustment. So that's why in civilian aircraft, in civilian world, your power is managed by your right hand. Unless you're the first officer, then, or the co-pilot, then you're sort of backwards around. But it is interesting to note. Black Wolf, no, we haven't received my headphones yet. I said, so we are actually getting the pink ones. So the store that I originally saw them in actually ended up being out of stock, so I'm going to reorder them tonight after this stream. And you guys will we'll get them out on stream, and you guys will be the first people to see them when they get there. Once I figure out all the RGB as well. Have to also figure out the RGB. Alright, so that's the end of this river. I want to see if there's any more vector data on this river. I feel like this river shouldn't just stop there. I feel like it should continue on somewhere up here. We'll head up through this mountain pass, I think. What's really capturing it for me is that, obviously one of the reasons that the Blue Mountains are called, one of the reasons why the Blue Mountains are called Blue Mountains is that they look blue from a distance. And this is the first time, like, in Sim, I've genuinely felt that they actually look blue. Alright, build up some airspeed. No worries. Thank you so much for the lurk, Dreadmidas. Thank you very much for the lurk. Brony, side by side. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. So they usually only have the one set of throttles for both pilot and co-pilot to share. Hence why, as I said, and pilot command is sort of has most of the command of it. So the right hand is to control it, and left hand for the first officer. Now, I think we're going to have to circle to get out of this this end of this mountain here. That is so visually stunning. Like, coming over the edge of that mountain there. That was just incredibly stunning. I need to get some more keybinds for doing that so well. Didn't quite yet, I didn't quite back myself into a corner. I almost did, but not quite. So, it could have gone horribly wrong there, Rock, but unfortunately it did not. Oof, bit of buffeting going there from that ridge. Yeah, as I said, it's more the military combat aircraft that have where the stick is, the throttle is on the left hand side. The only civilian aircraft that I really know that also have the quasi civilian aircraft that have the throttle on the left is aircraft that are often used for primary trainers for air forces. So the Grob range is often like that as well. But you just pull HE. Oh, well, there you go. You over-G'd it. There you go. Nice. Aerosoft doing Paderborn for free. Oh, that's good. It's interesting to see. I'm really impressed at how many... So can I just say, though, one of the things that I'm sort of impressed with at the moment is the fact that many of the developers out there are recognizing that the community won't... The community can't sustain the kind of prices that we've all been paying for a number of years now. The community can't sustain it, so they're actually sort of actively starting to reduce prices, which is really, really cool to see. And and offering more sort of low cost content. So I think that's so we should really make sure everyone that you support the developers that are doing that. We talked on when we had Orbix's discussion last week. Like, we talked to them about it, and they acknowledged that, you know, they're going to be setting lower price points now because they understand that it's not sustainable to charge the kind of money that they were previously. So that's really impressive that they've made that realization. And we need to make sure that we support them in that as well. We always have to, as I always say, we have to hold them to account when they do things, you know, when things are not right. But we should make sure that we are supporting them when they do positive things for the community as well. Okay. Oh! Overstressed the aircraft. Damn. Okay. Let me see if I can spawn in behind someone, because that was cool. Yeah, I just tried to say that you didn't need someone. You did it. That's all good. Black Wolves, yes. What question do you have, mate? Okay, where are we? Here we go. Okay. Alright, let's go. Set as departure. Here we go. Aspinning. Thank you very much, everybody, for sticking through the technical difficulties tonight and enjoy and coming along for these streams. I said I'm really getting more and more comfortable, and I'm really happy that you guys are all enjoying them as well. And again, as I always say, I always want to say thank you very much for supporting each other, as well as supporting me in our journey together to try and make the most out of to provide the most opportunity for all virtual aviators, as they're all as we all start on these journeys together with the new sim. Okay. Andy 10R, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Great to have you on board. Alright, now I think so what we're going to do is we're going to follow the river here to the north until we get to MUR, and that's where we'll finish our stream for tonight, I think. That is my pleasure. I said I hope you are going to have having fun here in the channel. And don't forget, as I say to everybody, if you are wanting to join us, please feel free. As I said, !flight in the chat will give you all the information if you do wish to join us currently soaring around in Australia for our final flight of the night. And hopefully I won't overstress the aircraft again tonight. That it would be nice. I managed to not overstress the King Air earlier, which I was concerned I was going to during that tactical approach, but I thought I was going to overstress the airframe during that last corkscrew, but I kept it good. Apparently, though, doing a half Cuban in this, though, at VNE was not such a good idea. But there you go. So I don't do that, Josh. Yeah, I said I leave mine at just like the 10 to 20% is all I do for those sort of ground traffic settings. Normally, all I ever do for those ones. Absolutely, you can fly from country to country, airport to airport, from any country to any other country in the world. Depending on how you want to do it as well, is like, I mean, if you can either fly, with real fuel, with real fuel burn and all the rest of it. So you might have to plan a stop if you were, say, flying from. So, for example, if you say had the 747-8, you would be able to fly that from Los Angeles to Sydney. You'd be able to fly that. You'd have to, make sure you plan your route right and all the rest of it. But absolutely, you'll be able to do that flight. Bernard the Wander Badger, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Great to have you on board. And awesome gamer tag, can I just say. Absolutely awesome gamer tag. I love badgers. Badgers are cool animals. Badgers and foxes are some of my favorite animals in the world. Alright, so we're going to follow this river up to its fork. I suppose we haven't actually done any cross-country sort of inter-country flights, have we? We've always done intra-country flights. Maybe we'll have to make sure that we'll do a hop maybe in Europe one night as community flight. We'll do that together. Now, folks, what I'm thinking of is that I'm thinking either on Fridays or I'm thinking maybe on Saturdays is that we might start doing a few community theme flights is what I'm thinking of. So I'm thinking every second Tuesday we'll probably do, because I really love those landing challenges far more than I was expecting to love them, by the way. So I'm thinking that we make at least every second Tuesday landing challenge Tuesday, and then I think at least every second. So the question becomes is that every second Tuesday we'll do whatever the landing challenge is that Microsoft has for us in Sim. Now the other question is, what do we do on the alternate Tuesday? Do we do our own sort of challenge flight, or do we maybe do our own sort of community challenges on a different night every week? What do you guys think? What are you guys thinking? Because I'm kind of thinking we'll make Tuesdays a challenge night, and as I said, every second week we'll alternate between a Microsoft challenge and a community challenge. Yes, it kind of is a cool way. Look, it absolutely. Look, I 100% agree with that concept there, Rock. Because one of the cool things about it is that, it's one of the reasons why I love Air Hauler. So when we see, so on the Thursday night flights, whichever night that we do, that we don't do Microsoft flights in, that we do prepared flights on. It's one of the reasons why I fly an Air Hauler 2, or Air Hauler and Air Hauler 2, is because it gave me a reason to fly to airfields that I would never have ever thought to fly to. So FS Economy is kind of the same deal. It just sort of gives you that because, we all know the big airports and we all know our local airport, but, I didn't know that there was a strip about, 5Ks from where we are right now that we're about to land at. And if we didn't do this, if it wasn't for Drift's suggestion to come here and explore the Blue Mountains, then I never would have known that. And that's really, really cool. And this is the fog that's coming through right now, because this is the weird part of live weather, but not live time, is the fact that this is the live weather because this is the mist at night through the mountains, which is very, very real. But of course, we've got sun up instead. So it feels strange, but that is actually exactly right. And that would be the bridge over the main highway. That bridge you should be able to fly under, because it's not a photogrammetry city. Might be a little on the low side though. You gotta watch that, watch that weather, but that's so cool. Alright. Let's break off. It's gonna see if I can find this.
Robin Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Request clearance to
Alright, there's the strip. Okay, so it's a grass strip. Okay. so we've got wind out of the south, so
Cleared for
okay.
Charlie airspace, Robin X-ray Golf Sierra.
Let me throttle back. Okay, alright, going crosswind. Mixture full rich, bleed off that altitude, drop back on the airspeed. Crossing onto downwind, watching pitch. So much flaps out. There's going to be a big tree on that, and of course there's a tree on the short final there. Which you're going to have to watch out for. So we have to land long. Right, bring it on, gently down, ease it back. Watch the descent rate. Gently bounce along there. That's a cool... I had no idea this strip even existed. But we learnt about it because of this thing. As I said, and that's one of the things that one of the reasons why I love doing, a lot of group flights like this. Having a chance to explore because of with you guys in this amazing community, but also, as I said, programs like Air Hauler 2 and F's Economy is great because they give you a reason or an excuse to fly somewhere that you wouldn't normally fly otherwise. So that is really, really cool. All right, let's taxi up here to this building over here and park up. There we go. Whoop! Oh! Can you? Yeah, bring it down. There it is. Oh, nice. That was awesome. That was awesome. Okay, all right. Let's shut this one down. Okay, lights are off. Avionics off. Starter set to off, alternator off, battery is set to off, mixture is lean, props stand idle, and we are good to go, and parking brake is on. There we go, and we're done. How about that? Alright, let me finally catch up on, do a bit more catching up on chat here tonight. There we go. Alright guys, let me finish catching up on chat here for a little bit. Alright, there we go. Yeah, F's Economy is cool. As I said, yeah, exactly. It does work really, really well, Andy 10, and as I said, I really like it. And it's one of the reasons why I like the fact that, I can use little nav map with this out of the box, and I've got Air Hauler 2. Air Hauler 2 unfortunately doesn't support this sim as yet. Hopefully it won't be too long, and we'll get in there, but that'll be awesome. So the radio audio is the in-sim ATC, is what that is. So I have that piped in through a different feed, because I think you guys should hear it. I just have a different volume. I like it. It's also really cool when you get to hear, especially because I play with live traffic, so you actually get to hear ATC, like the in-sim ATC talking to real-world aircraft, which is weird, fascinating, but always cool as well. Yeah, it's exactly. I like to swim the airfields because all my my Air Hauler 2 company has a couple of tube liners, but that's all for my AI. I don't fly with those. I just fly the fun stuff. I know. Talk about the trees, right? That is absolutely insane. A lot of farms, yeah, farmer strips. Yeah. So what's interesting, Vash, is that because I know the farmers do have their own strips, but it's interesting that they're actually being modelled in this sim, which of course they aren't in the ESP world. So that's really exciting to see them over there. No worries, but I said I'm really look. Thank you for inviting me and accepting me into your world. Is actually probably the thing I should be saying, because guys, I do this because I love I love aviation, whether it be virtual or real. I love aviation, and I just love being able to share the joy and the positivity that comes with aviation, because there is so much that we can. Bye! That was cool and weird all at the same timing. I feel like that had to have been... I'm assuming that was a case of all the weather got cranked up. You cranked your weather up so you could... It was faster than your stall speed. But... Oh, slew mode. Okay. I was like, that was cool. This is the Cap 10, for anybody who was asking what aircraft this is the Cap 10. Slew mode, right, okay. That's awesome. Anyway, but I have to say thank you guys, because it's awesome to be able to share and be able to grow our community together, and just make sure that we always remember to... I always want to tell everybody, be good humans, be amazing, be good humans, and above all, be welcoming to this world, because one of the things that we have with this new sim is that with this new sim we have a lot more virtual aviators who are going to be coming into our world, are going to be exploring here for the first time. And I just want to hope that if we together can help just one, if we all can help just one new individual, if we can all foster one new individual, foster that love and that wonder and the joy of flying, then we've all done incredibly well, and we have to be the light in the darkness that is some of the people who are very negative in our virtual community. So that's why I said, guys, we accept all simmers of all kinds, and we are always welcoming here. So if you're ever not sure, please feel free to drop into the chat here, watch the streams. If you're ever not sure, that's it. Still join the group flight. We would love to have you. If you need any questions answered, or if you're not sure, please join our Discord. And ask your fellow community members all the different questions, because we are all more than happy to help here, and that's what we all are trying to build here as well. So there you go. All right, so what we're going to do, thank you very much for the follow, Lee Chat. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Great to have you on board. Well, folks, we are going to wrap up this one, because it is the witching hour now for us here in the land down under. I'm just seeing who else is on at the moment. Let me have a look. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to it's not flight simming, but we are going to head over to the wonderful Thorny Flower again. We're going to say hi to her. Yes, we can use raid emojis. Yay! Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and see the lovely Thorny Flower, because she is an amazing human, so please give her an amazing Novawing family love to her as we watch her place in the League of Legends. Because, by the way, so, yes, as I said, I am getting pink Neko headphones, but I just found out that there's a new KDA song coming out, like, today. That's so awesome. Anyway guys, we're going to end the stream here. Head over to her. Thanks very much. Take care. Safe skies. And we'll see you next stream. Bye for now.